YouTube has continued to attack alternative media by demonetizing most of our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, please visit our Amazon store or our Patreon page. Links below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and oh man, look at this story here. Father arrested after stepchild turns in homework with violent drawing. Now, the headline to this article makes you question if the father drew the drawing or if the kid drew the drawing and then the dad knew about it and didn't say anything and the kid took it to school and they perceived it as a threat. These are the kind of headlines that really make you question everything. But let's take a look at what's going on here, shall we? So a Florida man, because it just feels like it would be Florida. I think we all can agree something like this would come out of Florida, was arrested last Friday after allegedly drawing a violent picture on his stepchild's homework assignment. Okay, so this dude drew this picture of what appears to be a school on fire and him shooting people? Why? Why would you draw it on your child's homework? But then you look at the guy's face and you just go, oh yeah, no, I get it. 33-year-old, god damn, the guy's 33, Robert Paul Alexander Edwards was charged with a written threat to kill or do bodily harm, according to the Gulf County Sheriff's Department. So a doodle on his child's homework has gotten this guy a charge with written threat to kill or do bodily injury. Okay, listen, I don't like to take the conservative talking point of a nanny state, but I feel like this is just a little bit overstepping, overstepping themselves here. I'm not saying I agree that the guy shouldn't be like reprimanded for drawing this shit on his child's homework. I'm just saying, unless like there's a direct name or whatever, I don't really call it a threat. He just wrote school on it and just drew a 2-story steeple roofed building on fire. I don't really know if there's going to be a direct representation of his child's school. Edward's stepchild attends Port St. Joe Elementary School near Mexico Beach, Florida. The child turned in a homework assignment last Friday with a violent drawing on the bottom, which appears to depict a school burning on fire. One person is running from the burning building, and a gunman seems to be shooting at several people standing in a line. Now, look, this is all done stick figure. So, I mean, interpretation there. Yeah, the building appears to be on fire, and it does look like some people are getting shot because he did right there, pew, pew, pew. Not the smartest tool in the shed, but then again, this dude literally has got tattoos on his face. And I'm not knocking you if you have tattoos on your face, but I see no rhyme or reason to this guy's tattoos, so, it's just gonna, I'm just gonna come out and say that it's weird. Anyway, other features of the drawing include 2 stick figure bodies on the ground and what appear to be minimalistic pools of cartoon blood. Yeah, way to kind of stretch out your word count there. Everything is drawn in blue ink. The words pew, pew, pew are scribbled near a stick figure holding what appears to be a cartoon gun. And this apparently is viewed to be a threat, right? Viewed to be a threat, Because, I mean, I get it. I understand why people might be afraid at this or be upset at this, but to legitimately look at that as a threat and to treat it as such, I do feel is a tad much, right? So according to local media, the drawing was immediately reported to the school and district administrative staff, who later notified law enforcement. Superintendent of Schools Jim Norton said, as always, student safety continues to be of the utmost importance. This action was perceived as a potential threat, and immediate action was the only recourse. These matters will never be taken lightly, and they may not simply be considered erring on the side of caution. No, I get what you're doing here. You are erring on the side of caution. You can't sit there and say that, oh, no, don't call it that. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Look, is it a dumb drawing? Yes. Is it just a drawing? Yes. Yes. People draw things. Okay, when I was in 5th grade, we discovered what nude women were. We drew a lot of them in school. Wasn't a direct threat towards anybody, right? Just, it happened. People draw stuff. This guy drew something dumb, and should he be mocked for it relentlessly? Yeah, sure. But charged with a crime? I don't know, man. I think that's going a tad too far. But we live in this zero tolerance culture when it comes to these sort of things, with very, very, very good reason, mind you, why the idea of the zero tolerance exists. I don't agree with zero tolerance in this regard. And the reason why I don't is because of things like this, where if the guy's not making a direct threat against one person or the school, then he is simply expressing himself through his First Amendment right to do so. If he's drawing a violent image depicting a school on fire and somebody gunning down people and pew, pew, pew written there, then that's that. That's his right to do so. And to charge him with the crime of issuing a written threat is just redunculous. An investigation by the Gulf County Sheriff's Office laid blame for the drawing on Edwards, who was then taken into custody and interviewed before being charged. Sheriff Mike Harrison released a statement saying, our country has been affected by one too many times with horrific school tragedies. We take matters like this seriously. Yeah, here's the thing, though. The like Vegas from a few months ago, no one had any idea that it was going to happen. Adam Lanza at Sandy Hook Elementary School, no one had any indication he was going to kill his mother and do what he did. Dylan Roof, no one had any indication this was going to happen. People who talk about these sort of things rarely ever do it. Rarely ever do it. And so some dude just doodling it down on a piece of freaking notebook paper is like not the end of the world. And I feel that this is where people are just getting too afraid too quick. Despite charging Edwards with the threat citation, Harrison said he doesn't believe Edwards made the threat in earnest. Well, then why would you issue the fucking citation? Why would you put this on this dude's record if you would look at this and go, he doesn't mean it? You mean it? No, man, I was just being a dick. All right, you don't mean it? No, man, I don't think he means it. What about you, Bob? No, I think he's good. All right, so I don't think you mean it. I got to charge you for it anyway. Why? What is that? What is that? Why would you do that? If you yourself do not believe that a crime was committed, why? It's not even following the law at this point. You're just charging this guy. Let's see, the violent threat charge is a second-degree felony in Florida. Edwards is currently jailed on a $150,000 bond. Oh my God. So the sheriff's like, I don't think he did it, but I got to arrest you anyway. By the way, the judge is going to set your bail at $150,000. So come about $15,000 and you can get your ass out. I wholeheartly disagree with this. Wholeheartedly. For one, no one thought he was serious about the threat. No one took it as anything other than a doodle. He simply drew it. So that's now a thought crime. Is that where Florida is at? Now, look, I get it. Florida, you are the penis of America and not even the good kind. Okay. You are just there. No one really likes you. We all tend to laugh at you more often than not. Don't back it up by making the police the villain in these stories. All right. Oftentimes Florida man is a good story because it's crazy. This is Florida man is arrested because of incompetence of police. This is ridiculous. I don't think I'm the only one alone in thinking that. Now, I do not agree with the drawing, but I believe he has the right to draw it. If there is no direct threat against any body of education or any person or anything else, if the sheriff himself says, I don't believe this was made in earnest, then where's the crime? Literally, where is the crime? Now, if you want to, and this is just a thing, if you want to sit there and make a big deal over this, you could sit there and turn it back on the kid who took it in. Now, I'm more or less pointing that out as just like an example. Okay, I don't legitimately think that. The kid took it in there, the teacher saw it, so on and so forth. All right, this isn't like an Ahmed situation, Clockboy situation, where he took it from room to room to room, hoping to get an eventual reaction out of somebody. This is literally just a dude doodling something stupid, and it ended up getting in his kid's schoolwork, going to school, and then he's arrested for issuing a violent threat, which comes across as a second-degree felony. A felony charge for a doodle with no intent, period. That is not America, man. That is not America. That angers me so freaking much, you know. And if anyone out there is like, well, what's someone think of the children? Hey, look, it was my bracelet from the hospital. My daughter was just born yesterday. I'm now a parent. And trust me, I don't want her around any of that anyway. But even I can look at this and go, yeah, it's freaking retarded.
Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.